Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's amazing Thursday afternoon. Just getting ready to jump on up in here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank y'all so much for taking time out of your day to come up over here and whew, talking with G, honey. I appreciate y'all. To my amazing Mars, hello and welcome. Thank y'all so much for always coming through, pulling up, and all of that stuff for your girl. I greatly appreciate you so much. Miss Maria says, "Good evening, squad. Y'all know what it is. It's a G thing. Join the live. It's a vibe. Get in here. Come on in the room." And close the door, grab a snack, a seat, and let's chat it up. She says, house rules, no CC's names, initials only, use creative spelling for curse words. Over here, we agree to disagree, respect for discourse only. All is alleged in our opinion, and it's for entertainment purposes only, y'all. She says, help us to grow. Tap the like, subscribe, support, $ G Strickland 8, super chat, super sticker, share, join for $2.99. If you see the hype button, hit it, pushes up in the algorithm. Thanks and enjoy. And she also says justice for Tyrone Davis with the blue hearts. Hashtag justice for Romika with the pink hearts. And hashtag justice for Shanquilla with the white hearts. Thank you so much for that, Miss Maria. Greatly appreciate that. Hi, Miss Lossy. She says, hi. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Miss Sonia, my mom. Hello and welcome, beautiful. She says hello at G Maria Lorsey Jones. Yes, Miss Maria says Lorsey. Hey friend, how I guess how you been? Miss Cynthia, child, don't get to doing that bull crap already. Miss Sonia, she wants to know where sent Carmen at. Um, Miss Sonia says hi, Cynthia. Uh, hey, Miss Faith. She says, good evening, everyone. Hello, beautiful. Miss Faith, I feel like you. I feel like, I think I might be done took your spot from the hardest working woman, honey. I just be on the go. Child, got to get it. Miss Maria says, Cynthia, hello and welcome. Miss Science says, Maria, I'm home getting ready for this winter storm. Yes, ma'am. Miss Maria says that Faith, hey girl, how is the hardest working sister in the chat today? And Miss Science says, hi, Faith. Um, Maria says, Sonia, you on the East Coast or in the Midwest? Honey, we done had a snow plow truck done came through here, y'all. This good afternoon. They said the snow didn't supposed to come to Sunday, honey, and the day is Thursday, so I'm trying to figure out why the snow plow truck and putting the stuff down is already out here today. I should have been a meteorologist. I mean, anybody can guess the weather, look like to me, and, and get paid. That's what they be doing, guessing. They don't know what's gonna happen, child, till it happens, and then they come out and try to take credit for it. So I figured, I said, daggone, I should have took that job right there. We all should have took that job, honey. Guessing. That's all they be doing is guessing. But yeah, the good trucks done came through. They talking about like I said, we're supposed to get some snow, honey. And then they went from the snow. Now they talking about some freezing what they say? Freezing ice or some child. I don't know. And they don't know until it starts to happen. How about that? But I said, okay, child, okay. Sometimes it just be a little break at the house, child. You get to stay in the house and walk and eat and all of that amazing stuff and look at whatever you can look at on the TV, I guess, child. But let's see what it's gonna do, honey. I'm ready for some warm weather now. I'm ready for some good old daylight saving time to come on back through here. I'm just ready for it all. I done had enough of the winter time. I'm sick of it. I'm tired. Now I wanted to go ahead and make some changes around here. That part right there. Well, yes. And also, if y'all catching this on the replay, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate you so much. Make sure you hit that good like, share, and subscribe button for your girl. If you see the hype button, hit it. Pushes up in the algorithm. I greatly appreciate it so much. And also share the video, please and thank you. That part right there. But no. When I go live, it's gonna be my sinus, or I'm gonna get a text, or I'm gonna get a something, child. Oh, have mercy. But it looks like the protesting, we're just gonna jump on in. It looks like the protesting for Tyrone is got some shaking and moving going on right about now, child. Some motions going on. It is still an open investigation with Tyrone Davis. Prayers up to the family. If I'm not mistaken, I do think that they're having his service this coming Saturday. I think that's what I heard. But honey, I've been hearing, child. I know the investigators, law enforcement, and all of them people, child, if they listen to all this mess that be going on surrounding these cases and the internet, they would really be done lost their whole entire mind. Hey, Miss Carla, how are you? Miss Maria says it's on you. Y'all catching this too. She says she's in Atlanta. Ice on the roads. Hey, Miss Carla. Hey, girl. Hey. Miss Carla says, hey, Sonia and Maria. Ma, sweet, how you holding up, honey bun? Hey, girl. Um, Ma, sweet says, hello, everyone. Hi, Maz and Miss G, Sonia. Please send me some snow down here, please. Baby, you can have all you can get down here, hon. We ain't got it, not yet. They just had the snow pliers coming out and out here, I guess, trying to get a jump start on the highways. Miss Carla said, I had a great interview today as a political conveyor. Conveyor. I have worked on elections for our mayor Hogsett and councilwoman Madame President Maggie Lewis. I am thanking God in advance. Yes, come on through, Miss Carla. Come on through here, honey. My sweet says, Miss Carla. Hi, Miss Carla. Miss Maria says, my sweet, how you doing? In my Wendy Williams voice. Miss Sonia says, hi, my sweet. My sweet says, Maria and Carla. Miss Maria says, Carla, hey neighbor. Miss Carla, is your toe frozen today too? Um, Miss Sonia says, my sweet, no snow, just ice, honey. Miss Sonia, I'd rather have the snow than the ice. I'm not even about to play with you. I'd rather have the snow than to have the ice, honey. But yes, y'all try to stay warm. Don't be out there if you don't have to be out there. But yeah, back to the matter at hand. Look like Tyrone is getting some motions going on, a lot of motion going on, and like I said, so many different stories being popped out now, child. This happened, that happened. I'm like, my goodness, child. This stuff can be overwhelming. It can take a lot out of you. Um, just trying to think about it and try to figure out how to help and do whatever you can. But shout out to all the content creators that is trying to help get the word out to get justice for Tyrone, because it was looking a little shady for a few minutes. Miss Maria says that, gee, we had a heat wave yesterday, 43 today, not so much. Girl, that's a heat wave. Child, if that's a heat wave, you can keep that one, honey. I don't want it. And shout out to Miss Sexy Diva, child. I got to shout Miss Sexy Diva out for my lunch for today. I greatly appreciate it so much. Thank you. I don't see her up in here, y'all, but she's the baby of the bunch. So shout out to Miss Sexy Diva. Greatly appreciate that. But yeah, child. So y'all know we was talking about Tyrone, and my thoughts that came through and let us know that they was out there protesting and everything, for some justice for Tyrone and all that, child. And ever since then, it seemed like a lot of motion have been, getting trumped up about it. But it's not the good kind, child. It's just like one story after another story after another story after another story, child. Tyrone, can you wake up and come over here and tell me what happened to you, honey? Child, I heard the good people telling me, even after the nurse and her husband that actually rendered help to Tyrone on that sad day, even after they coming out, telling what they saw, what happened, how their interaction was with Tyrone and all of that stuff, child. Y'all know the good people don't want to believe that right there, honey. They don't want to believe none of that. None of that. Child, the people saying that now Tyrone got hit by a sedan. I said, well, my goodness gracious, honey. If he'd have got hit by a sedan, he'd have been smushed all to pieces or something. And if he got hit by that sedan, then that means that nurse and her fiance lied to the good people. So I'm like, Lord, what is really going on? What is really going on? My sweet says, okay, Sonya, make sure my grandparents are warm. Give my love. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, child, it's just now they saying that Tyrone got hit by a sedan. A lot of people on the internet, child, are saying, that maybe that's what Lulu wanted, was Tyrone to get hit by that sedan and all that kind of stuff, child. I don't know. The people out here talking about the money and Lulu little friend on popped out here on the internet, child. She is raw wrong. That's a flying monkey, child. We're going to go ahead and call it what it is. Lulu's flying monkey, one of her flying monkeys on popped out here, honey, and talking about she be popping in on these YouTubers and every time she pop in, all she hearing is negativity and talking about Lulu. And she wanted the good people to know that Lulu is not that person, honey. She said that is not Lulu, child. Well, then the people don't flip it back over there on what's her name? CB, I think it was Lulu's friend name. Anyway, the people don't pop back over there. Her talking about, well, honey, did you play a part in the child? We talking Rico, what we're talking right about now, child. I said, not the child. I ain't about to catch a Rico, a Fed, or none of this stuff behind none of these here people, child. Baby, I don't know what y'all were doing over there at the cabin. You went from the cabin to the hotel, over there to the gas station, down the street to the pizza place, and got some pizza and chicken wings. Y'all was doing a lot of stuff, honey. Y'all was doing a lot. My sweet says, Carla asked Miss Thing about him. I want Lulu to get what's coming to her. Miss Maria says, well, if Lulu ain't that person, why she run? Child, I'm trying to figure out why Lulu run too. And why is Lulu sending out somebody else? All the good people want is for Lulu to come out and tell the people what happened. That's it. That's all. That's all they want you to do, Lulu. Just come out. You ain't hiding. You ain't got nothing to hide. Why you hiding, baby? I don't know, Lulu. They probably ain't gonna let you at the service on Saturday. Cause you ain't acting right. They something going on with you and Kayvon. Possibly that friend of yours that's been popping out on the internet, child. Well, if I was at that friend, honey, I would just be like, you know what, Lulu, honey, I ain't going back out there no more, honey. It is not a good thing out there, child, and the people is not happy with you, Lulu, honey. Child, I ain't going back out there doing no PSA, ASA, and DSA and JSA, ain't doing none of that bullshit no more, child. What the good people were saying that was probably one of Lulu's sorority sisters that, y'all know how they be trying to stand behind their peoples and all that kind of stuff. Miss Maria says, well, if Lulu ain't, okay, read out. Miss Lane says, why Lulu lie? Child, Lulu got the most stories, honey. Miss Carla says, Lulu come out and tell your side. That part right there, Miss Carla. Come on, Lulu, come on in the room. Come on in the room. Lulu, come on up over here, honey. I listen to you, baby. I will listen to you, honey. Well, the good friend still, she claimed that Lulu then is still down there in Florida, honey. She ain't said nothing about where the rest of the family was, none of that, child. But she came out to Raw just a little taste for Lulu, and she got a wig snatched off. And like I said, y'all don't think she's gonna be coming back out no more. But she did say something about Tyrone got hit by the sedan and child, and the people were asking her, well, did Lulu tell you what happened? She said, she rather not say. Well, I would want to say. Hey, Miss Sylvia, she says, hey, y'all. I would want to say, if it means it's gonna clear my name and I can get y'all to shut the blank of that blank up, honey, and leave me alone. It is what it is. Well, also, y'all, the good people done told me. I mean, the Popo got Lulu. And what is that? An infinitive? Yes, child. That's what people told me. I said, well, what is the Popo doing with Lulu's infinitive? Child up there scraping and scraping and scripping it down, honey, and rubbing it and flipping it and flopping it and all of that, child. They trying to see what really going on, Lulu. We done caught some attention now, child. We have caught some attention. Child, the people is making noise for Tyrone. Everybody says that Tyrone was such a good man, honey. He was a good one. Lulu probably won't never run across another one like that. But I think Lulu already done ran across one. I'm just saying allegedly. Kayvon, I mean, I don't know what they got going on, but it seemed a little suspect to me. That's a twin. But I be like, Lord, Lulu, what is y'all really doing? But yes, we done sparked up and called some attention to the people, child, and the people's out here making some noise. And that is such a blessing, child. That's what we wanted to happen. Get the word out here, get the shaking, and keep calling his name, y'all. We got to keep calling his name. Justice for Tyrone, child. Justice for Tyrone. Miss Carla says Lulu sent her friend some of that money. Money, 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 money. Well, and when they get to talking about the money, they did ask the friend about the money, and the friend claimed it was a joint bank account. So she be like, if that was you and your boo thing, and y'all had a joint bank account, you just gonna let it sit there, or you gonna get it and go? I'll wait. She just told to the people she got that money just like Lulu did, honey. And what? Jetted, honey. She not about to be leaving that money over yonder for the people to go over there at the bank and get it, honey. She's on let first come, first serve. And that's not the first come, first serve. My sweet says Lulu got the money and trying to find out where I got my man money so she can keep it like me. Oop. Mm. You ain't let her know how to stash it, my sweet. She trying to get some information on how to stash. I mean, wait a minute. Hold up, my sweet. No, no, no. I don't think Tyrone had the money that Diddy had, honey. Uh, no, my sweet. I don't think what Tyrone had can touch none of that. That Moss Diddy got, honey. Diddy was banking, baby. Billion. I mean, you ain't never come out and tell us how much you got. You just told us you were going to pick it up. And, I was trying to see if you needed me to drive the Brinks truck or whatever. I ain't never heard no word about it. Last time I heard, you say you done taking care of everything. So we don't know how much you got, but no, 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 no. Tyrone ain't touching what you carrying, my sweet. And she said, no, I didn't. I told her she got the wrong. Not the wrong number, honey. Mm-mm. You didn't tell her she had the wrong number. Child. But yeah, y'all, it's a lot being coming. I mean, it's getting messy if you ask me now. It's just really, really messy. And you know how sometimes people come out and they throw out these subliminals and say this and say that, and then you gotta like looking for the needle in the haystack. You got to dig down in there, dig down in there, and try to see if you can find that one piece of the puzzle that may fit, may not. Child, it's like that now. It's like all over the place now. You're like, what the is really going on? And like I said, child, I don't know if any more Lulu people's gonna be popping out, but that one friend that popped out, child, and she trying to spread her lies. That's what it sounds like to me. Lawyers, a bunch of lies, child. But everybody's entitled to their opinion. She said that she's what she say they grew up together, or something mess like that. She known her ever since grade school or something, and that the person that people are portraying Lulu to be is just not that girl. She said Lulu is so kind and so sweet. Didn't say word one about no mental issues with Lulu or none of that, child. So I was like, okay then. You said that's your friend. So my sweet sis, for real, I pray that Tyrone's family gets justice. And so do I, Miss My Sweet. We just got to keep on calling the name, keep calling out Tyrone's name, because he too did not deserve what happened to him as well. But, there's a whole lot of these Tyrone, Ramika, Shanquilla, all of these stories out there, child, and a lot of them just got swept up under the rug, and nobody was saying the names. But I just feel as though if you got a platform, you need to try to help the family out, because like I said, we never know who it may end up being next. Miss Maria says if friend don't know what happened, she need to shut up out here. Well, the friend didn't come right out and say she didn't know. She just said she rather not say at that time. She just rather not say about what had happened with that. Mm, um, a situation. But she said down there where they from, she said they known. She said, the people said, well, she said that wasn't the first time Tyrone had jumped out the car. Mm-hmm. And she said that's what they do down there, honey. They do stuff like that, and it's like a normal day down there. I said, well, wait a minute, how many of y'all is coming out missing down here in Gainesville, Florida, from jumping out these dynamic moving vehicles and all that kind of stuff? Miss Carla says I would say she is kind and sweet if she gave me a few dollars. Child, I don't know, child. But look like to me the good people don't put a halt to Lulu, honey. Don't put the brakes on Lulu. But as for me, this is just my opinion. Lulu, she may have liked uh Tyrone, but I think Tyrone was more into Lulu than Lulu was into Tyrone, that type thing. Y'all seen them girls be running around here trying to act like they sweet and innocent, won't harm a fly, and a tatted fly head clean off. Oh, that's what Lulu strike me as, child. One of them, that kind of people, honey. Mm-hmm. She just strikes me as to be one of those type of people. But we just got to keep on praying for this family and seeing what the end is going to be. If the service is going to be on Saturday, I'm sure it's going to be put out here on the net on whether or not they allow Lulu to attend. Because, the mother side was rooting for Lulu when the father side was like done snatched the wig off, child. So I don't know if Lulu gonna be able to attend a good service of Tyrone or not, child. I mean, she did say that was her love, the love of her life. Lulu days are numbered, child. Yes, ma'am. Lulu days are numbered, child. Lulu days are numbered. But I don't know, y'all. I just don't understand how these people can do such stuff as that, unaliving people, taking people's life and lay down and go to sleep with themselves like it's a normal day. Like, I ain't did nothing. I ain't did nothing. What y'all talking about? Child, them some dangerous people right there. But honey, if a person like that, I don't care if they was related to me or not, child. I ain't about you. No, honey, I don't want to go nowhere with you, honey. Because you might snap, crackle, and pop again and then tear my wig off or something, child. Just saying, I don't know. Mm-mm. I ain't about to put that past them, child. Mm-mm. Don't put nothing past them. But I know I didn't put this one on my thumbnail, but we can spin the block. Shout out to Tyrone's family and prayers up to them as well. But Miss Carla, I'm so glad you in here because I need you to tell me what's going on with Clarence, Miss Carla. I just told y'all the other day up in this piece, in this mofo. I said I wouldn't put it past Remy and Pap if they wasn't working together. Now, Miss Carla, Miss Carla, Miss Carla. Now, the word that I done caught with for today, honey, that, if Pap is playing with Clarence like that, honey, he may come up missing, allegedly. I'm just saying, honey. They said Pap is spending quite a bit of time over yonder in the New York, holidays and all, child. Said that him and Remy done paid off some bills and Remy got the network and the child, they got the two child. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all know how Clarence be down there talking about Pap upstairs, honey. If Pap I played with this girl, then got her in some bullshit that she may not be able to get herself out of. Tickets ain't selling like the tickets need to be selling for this here boxing match coming up, child. She might snap, y'all. I'm just saying. Child, you have got to be careful how you be treating these people. Pap, honey, I hope you ain't playing no games like that with Clarence, child. But honey, that's what the good people saying. They said that Pap is getting the money, pushing the money over yonder to Remy. And him and Remy is living their best life, child. The good people tell me they done paid off a lot of bills. I said, oh my goodness, honey. But I told y'all this other day. I said it wouldn't be too far fetched if they ain't in cahoots together. God knows, I said. And here we go. Tasha K. Shout out to Tasha K. Child. Miss Maria says she met Pap upstate in New York. Not upstate, child. No. Ooh, Miss Carla says Clarence has come to the conclusion that him and his wife have played her like lotto. Mm, 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 mm. I believe so. Miss Sonia says she did say Pap can get it too. Well, Miss Sonia, to piggyback off of that, she came out and I heard her say she said, y'all stop that. Y'all stop that mess. She was just playing. Y'all cut that mess out. I ain't said y'all. But I heard her say, I heard her Miss Sonya when she said he could get it, but she came back out and that's what she had to say. She was just playing. She won't put her hands on that man. That's what she said, honey. But yeah, I believe they done good got her real good. And if that's what has happened, honey, well then that's what you get, Clarissa. Clarissa, that's what you get because you didn't have no business over yonder in Pap inbox and over there trying to get some dressing advice from Rim and all that bullshit when you knew what your MO was, honey. I'm about to be feeling no way side for you. I ain't about to do it. You brought that on yourself. Uh-uh. The good people out here trying to tell you, child, and y'all the kids, y'all. Ooh, wait. That's how come he didn't never kiss her, y'all. Ooh, I said, shut the front door. Ooh. Ay, 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 ay. I bet him and Remy playing this whole thing. They said, go get that hoe. She said, go get that hoe. She want to play with me. You go get her. You better not do nothing that you don't discuss with me. Do you hear me? Well, what if I gotta sleep with her sometime? Mm, I don't know about that. Well, sleep with her. Oh, shit. Mm, mm-mm. I don't know about that part right there. But if I don't, then you know she gonna think I'm not into it, or you just be trying to cheat on me all the time, Pap. What Pap ain't fine, y'all. He look like a little rat to me. I don't get it. Miss Maria says if them tickets ain't selling, that's Clarence's fault. She's so busy chasing Pap and talking bullshit about Remy instead of training and hyping the fight, honey. Mhm. Pap got a nose toward him, y'all. She can't think. All she can think about is Pap. And Miss Carla says, Clarence, all the bloggers been telling you for months. She was playing with Remy to get her husband. You reap what you sow. Mm. Well, well, she says she's pretty. And she got the body yaddy 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 body yaddy yaddy. So, you know, she just thought maybe she could lock down cling cling on Pap, I guess, and I don't know. Miss Maria says Pap better get Clarence drunk and tell her about it in the morning. Hey, if he gonna do that, he better make sure he done got all his good goods up out of that piece, honey. And is no ooh child. They say Clarence got a rough one on the side of the family that's driving that there 18 wheel out there, honey. I better be careful, honey, child, because she sound like she be ready to pull up on a brother, child. I'm just saying, you know, I don't know, child. I miss you asking me. She built like a cinder block, not a cinder block, honey, not the cinder block. Mm, she's a brick house. You better not tell her she ain't no brick house, honey, because there's gonna be some repercussions, consequences, and all that kind of stuff, child. Cause she come out here and tell you real quick, she show is pretty now, and you leave her alone, Miss Maria. Let her have her moment, and you know, self esteem is very important. Hmm. I don't know if Pap tell her he pretty, she pretty or not. He walking around with that all that diagrammed gold around his neck, looking like it weigh more than he do. What is the attraction with him? It ain't nothing fine. What is? Oh shoot! Shorty swing my way. He must be packing, y'all. It's either Pap is packing or that girl right there is just desperate, honey. But all the people on the YouTube, the streets, been laughing at Clarence, child. Cause the good people say he couldn't tell Clarence nothing. She wouldn't listen. So it is what it is. As for me, that's what I think. I think Remy sit the pit bull on her. You go get it and get that money. You bring that money back over here to us. We got some bills and we got some taxes. We got a whole lot of bullshit that we got to get taken care of. Now you get on out there and you get that money. You do something wrong, I'm hate that you did it. Hey, my thought, she said, good evening, G Chat Mars. Hello, beautiful. Miss Maria says, I ain't bothering her. Hell, I've been trying to get out the group chat for months. Not for the months. Miss Carla says Clarence told Sherry Shepherd on her show when you can't have X doing training. She said on national TV, oh, I just give Pap. Not the Head and Shoulders. That's when I knew her elevator don't go to the top. Ooh, child. Mm. Child, these some brave girls around here in this day and time. They be talking about dropping down on your knees for that bull crap, child. Ain't no telling where that mess has been, honey. Sure wouldn't be. No, honey. I ain't about to do that. I ain't doing all of that. Let somebody else have that job, child. You can go on over there, back over there with your wife, baby, and whatever I get, whatever I have given you, you can have it. Just have it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead, honey. Go back over there with your wife. That's one reason why they ain't never. He wouldn't sign the papers. Sign the damn papers, Pap. Pap won't sign no paper. Pap said he wasn't about to let Remy get away from him. Not just like that, there, honey. Remy is cute though. She's a pretty girl though. Can't take that away from her. But yeah, they say Remy got her own network and something about some boxing thing is assigned to it, and Pap just assigning all kinds of stuff to like he putting it in Remy's name or something, child. I don't know. Look, and the people, good people saying Remy using him too, child. Everybody getting used out here, child. My thoughts are that mess have been over the river and through the woods and not to grandmother's house either. Ooh. Well, okay then, my thoughts. Well, okay then, honey. Child, I've been saying the same thing, child, but we gotta wait and for the story to, finish playing out and see what happens, child. I just hope Clarence don't black out on him. I hope she be able to pull herself together to get through this here fight she got coming up. She better get focused and get out there and get to selling them tickets because it don't look like to me Pap is out there trying to help her sell nothing, honey. Uh-uh. The good people I heard on the street told me that Pap already got uh 1.3 million of the money. They only gave her 3 million. I don't know, y'all. She's in a mess. She's in a mess right about now. Clarence is in a mess, child. And they said contracts with an S. So it's more than one contract. And she might have to get her a lawyer to look over the paperwork and see how she can get her bullshit herself up out of this hot mess that she done got herself into with Papoose, honey. He looked just like a poos too. Papoose is in love with Remy and Clarence is their cash cow. Ooh, come on. Through here, Miss Carla. My thoughts is these loose women need to educate themselves on STDs. Some they can't get rid of. Try let them keep on. Bobbing and weaving. Bobbing and weaving down here. Yes. Get the bobbing and can't weave no more, honey. That's gonna be you and crashed out somewhere. Where Clarence people at? Why they ain't promoting this fight, child? As far as this fight goes, it seems like to me everybody's done got quiet on the set. It looks like to me Pap done went over yonder to New York with Remy and then gave her the money and they done paid off these him bills and things and look like they saying to themselves they on their way. But let's talk about that for a minute, y'all. Let's talk about it for a minute. You know, it may look like they're on their way. He may perhaps used her for her money and he think he's one up, but you know, that's considered dirty money. And dirty money never means anyone any good. Um, you can be up today and down tomorrow. You know, it could be something else coming down the pipe that they missed or whatever. It could really cost them everything. You just never know. So if that's the way that Clarence Pap went about it and got that girl's money or whatever, child, shame on him. But you know, you reap what you sow. That's a true saying. Miss Maria says, I don't feel no ways tired about whatever Miss Clarence got herself into. If she hadn't been in his DMs, none of this would be happening. Well, now, see, I cannot agree with you. That is so true. I totally agree with you, but I'm just saying, you can't go around here mistreating people today. You gonna reap what you sow. Dirty money never means anyone any good, and it doesn't last long. It'll go through your them fingers like daggone hot water, hot fish grease, hot something, child. I don't know what it is. And he be sitting around there talking about something. Well, now which way did he go? Child, he out there parading up there on a breakfast club and all the hit talk shows and stuff with that girl Remy child to my she's the love of his life. See right there, right then and there, you're playing with the girl's emotions and all that kind of stuff. See, that's how come some of these men be coming up missing, y'all. I ain't trying to lie, but that's why come some of them come up missing because they be playing with these women's emotions and things, and they taking their money and all that bullshit. Ain't nobody sitting back letting you mistreat them like that. What's wrong with you? And he looking like a little lizard. Child, ain't that fine about that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Had it been something way better than that right there, child. Miss Carla says, I kind of feel a little sorry for Clarence. She did not seek wise counsel, nor did she get a lawyer. Child, you know, one time the people were saying that Pat was her manager. Then they said he wasn't her manager. Then they saying he was. It was. Now they saying he is her manager. So you know she's got to hire another lawyer to get out from under this bullshit that she's in with Pap or whatever they got this entanglement, honey. Miss Maria says Clarence was playing in Remy's face, trying to get her husband. Not the whole entire husband. So she says to you, Miss Carla, and not me, hon. Hey, Miss Candy, how are you? She says, hi, G. Marie and chat. Child, well, she knew he was still married. I don't know. I don't know why she went after that little thing, child. Mm. She gonna see down this pipeline. If she would have just stayed focused and continue down this the good line, not the bad line, where she out there messing and poking and messing with everybody. And just would have stayed focused and stuff, child, she would have had the bag and you know been so much further along. And you know, sometimes the man have to come later. Then so be it, child. Who cares? Marissa's calling, not me. She ain't new to this, and clearly she not true to it either. Ooh, child. I thought since Pat was a backing up when he was training with Clarence. That shows he knows he will tap that. Ooh, And you know what else they said? If he would have just kept it strictly business and not been trying to do a little dibbing and a dabbing and a dabbing and a digging, you know, he may not be in his pickle either, child. But you know, looks like to me the gig is up, Pap. Throw your hands up in the air and say, I surrender. I can't do this no more. Just go ahead and surrender. Tell that girl that you know you just ain't feeling her like that. You know, over the holidays, you've been spending a little time with your wife and baby, and you just want your family. That's it. That's all. Come on, come clean. I mean, you know, she probably gonna sue you, but see, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. And she might sue him, child. Never know. Might be something he missed, child. We just never know. Uh, Miss Candy says, "Hiya, Sonya." She says, "Hi, my thoughts." Everybody's speaking. Yeah, but I don't feel, she should have known better. Um, if the dude was already married anyway. I mean, and then again, y'all know how them dudes be running them games talking about, yeah, I'm about to get a divorce. Our divorce will be final next month. And whoop de whoop de whoop. And she heard that word right there. My divorce will be final next month. And she like, I got a chance. Let me jump on in the ring. Let me jump on up in here. And that's what she probably did. She jumped in, child. She probably wishes she never jumped in. Right about now, she's probably wishing she would have never jumped in. But yeah, she wasn't gonna listen to nothing nobody had to tell her when it came to Pap, because she been first thing she said they didn't want her with him or some of that crazy mess. Miss Carla says Clarence was in hot pursuit when it came to Papoose. Her middle was thirsty for him, not the thirsty, honey. Not a little thirsty. My thoughts is Pap is an old con, and he saw a young woman that he could play on. Ooh, child. Yeah, I heard a lot of people saying that about him too. That he's a con. My thoughts is that Carla, watch it. I think the corner is open tonight. Let me check with Maria. Miss Carla. Miss Carla says she ain't about to be going off yonder tonight, honey. Mm-mm. Miss Maria says if a man says my divorce will be anything, that's the end of the conversation. Not the whole end, honey. Shut it down like that. You ain't gonna shut it all the way down, is you? A child in this day and time. I sure would. And they don't care nothing about going from this one to that one to that one to this one and back over there and back over. Child, that's just too much back and forth for me. All them bodily fluids and stuff. Child, the people don't realize the stuff that they could get away with back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000. I'm gonna stop it right there. They can't be doing that stuff today, hun. You cannot be. Child. Mm-mm. Everybody's with everybody, child. Just don't know what really going on, honey. Just don't know what's really going on. Getting the divorce equals still married. Getting. Yep. That's not present. That's past. Getting. Maybe. One day. I don't know. It ain't me that won't. I'm waiting for her to sign. I don't know why she won't sign the paper. I can't get it until she signs. She has to sign the divorce papers as well. Mm-hmm. Miss Maria says, my thoughts, the timeout corners are open Monday through Thursday. Child, she get the weekend, let they take the weekend off. Not take the weekend off, child. Mm-mm. But nah, child, with all of this stuff that's going on the internet, and y'all know that Clarence do be out here on the internet, she's probably caught whiff of what's really being said at this point right about now. She probably sitting around thinking, is it a possibility? Could it be true? I'm not gonna let these people get into my head. Pap is not like that. She got all kinds of thoughts and stuff probably running through her head right about now. Miss Candy says, okay, Maria, you are so right. These men use that line to cheat and for the women to comply. Comply, Candy girl. I ain't sang my song today. Oh my word, your love so sweet. You knock us off our feet. Child, I cannot. Mm-mm. Child, it is what it is. My thoughts is Clarence needs to eat before going online. That rice keep getting behind that top row. And you just called Miss Carla about the corner. Look at you. Not the rice getting behind that top row. Child, I cannot with you. Oh my, not with all the millions she got, honey. She good on that, Miss my thoughts, honey. She should be real good on that. And if she not good on that, she better go on over there and snatch some of them daggone gold necklaces she got around Pap's neck and take that bull crap back. Child, I wish I would, child. Mm-mm. baby. I'm like Miss Maria. The divorce got to be final. I got to see it. I got to see everything, honey. I got to know before I can buy you a glass of tea, honey. I ain't about to do that. You won't get to laugh and play up in my face and getting all my money and going over there with that there woman. Ooh, child. That ooh, child. They said it was in the first store in for the holidays and all that. Ooh, child. He didn't spend the holidays with her. He's spending her money, but ain't spending. Wait a minute now. Wait. He's spending her money and ain't spending the holidays with her. That don't even sound right to me. Make that make sense. Child, I don't know. Maybe somebody in her family is trying to tell her something, and you need to cut ties, get you a lawyer, stay off the line, get back motivated, focus on your fight you got coming up. Cause it look like to me she gonna get knocked the blank out again, not two times. Two times within months. Come on, Clarence. Come on. You ain't working out. You ain't getting yourself together for the fight. Tap done knocked you out. Now you're gonna get in the ring and get knocked the F out of girl. That's too many too many knockouts. Miss Carla says, I have walked to the corner to eat my neck bones and potatoes. Honey, I had me some mustard greens today, child. They was mighty fine too, honey. They was real good. Which I ain't gonna say nothing else because I think Miss Candy here. But I had some mustard green, and when I eat stuff like that, I really don't need nothing else. I eat to kill the hunger. I don't eat to get full. I just eat to kill my hunger and go on somewhere and sit down. Hey, Miss Charnel, welcome. Miss Carla says, I read that one. My thought says that sounds good at Carla. Miss Candy says if Papoose intentions with Clarissa are what's that disingenuous, he will reap what he sow. I just hope she does not lose her mind if she realized he was playing with her. I ain't had nothing else to eat, Miss Carl. I just had me some mustard green. That's all. I don't really care for meat like that no more. Not unless it's fish, scrimps, lobster, or something like that. But all the other stuff, I don't really get down on it. If you really want it, get down on it. I don't be wanting it like that. I told you I eat enough to survive, kill the hunger pain. Miss Maria says, Chanel, hey friend, how you been? Miss Science says some mustard greens and cornbread. Baby, I ain't had no bread. I don't eat sweets and breads and all that kind of stuff like that. I don't eat that kind of stuff like that no more. Maybe now that is something I might eat once or twice a year, something like that. I'm just not into stuff like that. I told y'all, I just eat to kill the hunger pain. Miss Maria says, I'm gonna have some baked ham and potatoes. Ooh, child, that sounds good. My thought says that I think she already knows. She gave him credit for her LV for Christmas. When she treated herself to it. Poor Tink Tink. Not the poor child, little Tink Tink. Them sweets and breads is what gives you hips at G. Honey, if I ain't got them by now, I ain't about to get them, baby. I don't even want them. I done got mad. I don't want no daggone. I don't want that. It is what it is. That medicine them folk had me on, gave me a little taste of hips, and I'm good with them right there. I ain't trying to get no more. Mess around, can't get rid of them things, honey. No. 60, 65. Talking about, Lord, girl, I wished I could get rid of some of the hips. I'm good on that. I don't want nothing else. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm gonna try to hold on to what I got, honey. That's it. That's all. That part right there. Mm-hmm. Um, yeah, poor little thing. I don't know. Y'all think Pap's still in the house? with that girl, with all this bullshit going on the internet. Y'all know she stays in the bushes on this internet, and she done heard some of this stuff. Child. Mm, mm, mm. I don't know if I were Pap. Yeah, I'd be stuttering, and I'd be like, you know what? Um, I think I'm gonna go. I gotta go visit my mom. My mom is not doing well. I gotta go visit my mom. And honey, while I'm out there visiting my mom, I be told that girl I had to get me a place closer to my mom because due to health situation and stuff, and I just want to be a little closer to her. Child, I jet up out of there, honey. I ain't about to be sleeping in there with that girl, and she got these here thoughts going through her head, honey. I mess around and come up missing. Child, sometimes you gotta use the mother, child. I think, I think Pap done went down the wrong rabbit hole, child. He done went down the wrong rabbit hole. But y'all know what too? He's gonna be one of them that he don't feel no ways tired about it, one way or the other, whatever happens. And like I said, the good people saying he used Clarence and Remy used him. So, everybody getting used in this situation. Sound like to me everything that he's getting or starting up a business or something, it has Remy attached to it. It's all in her name, or her name is on it, or something. Miss Maria says I didn't get hippie until I was in my 50s. I'll be 65 in April, Lord willing. Just trying to make sure stomach on flat, flat, and ass on what's that? Ooh, child. Miss Maria, not at 65, honey, child. Oh Lord, honey. Oh child. Mm. At 65, Miss Maria, I want to be like I am, but child, I probably be just grateful and thankful to be like, Lord, I'm still here. Honey. I ain't worried about no hips and nothing other else, honey. It is what it is. It is what it is. At that point, honey. Mm-mm. Don't come worry me about all that stuff, child. I cannot, child. But yeah, mess around and get hold of some of that stuff. Can't get rid of it, Miss Maria. My thought says, Pat, better be careful. There are humps in the graveyard for as little as $1. People don't play about their money. Not the money. Miss Candy says, "Okay, Maria, go ahead on with your sassy self. Child, ain't she hot? Ooh, child, she's a whole handful, Miss Candy. She is a whole handful. Also, y'all, Miss Sexy Diva, she had something to do this afternoon, so shout out to her anyway. But she did let me know that one of her coworkers, they found one of her coworkers unalive on Sunday. Sadly to say, it was due to the rugs. Allegedly situation. So, I hated to hear that OD'd on the rugs or whatever. Miss Maria, to my hot girl summer senior edition 26 girl, not the senior edition 2026, honey. I cannot, child. My thoughts. Yes. Mm. Miss Carla, what is it that they say? I can't never get that saying right. Chasing that first high one. I don't know how to say it. 1,000. I don't know how to get it. I can't get it right. Carmen can't get it right, child. But you know, I hate that. Don't even know the lady. Hey, Miss Soundlight girl. Hey, girl. Hey, Miss Soundlight, you getting some snow? You seen the plow trucks down there? Girl, the plow trucks is up here, honey. Putting out the stuff, honey. Like we're about to get something tonight. I don't know, girl. The way you see this weather, child, we probably wake up in the morning about 12 inches. Not the 12 inches, honey. Ain't no telling, child. 'Cause these folk around here don't know nothing about no weather. They don't know. They can't call it. They just wake up. They probably ain't sleeping that much, and they all up all times of the night trying to see what's falling and what's not falling. Talking about, oh, it look like it's gonna rain. Oh, that's a little snow mixed up in there. Ooh, I better report this here, child. Trying to be the first one. We ain't getting nothing. LOL. What? I know you. Uh-uh. 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 Miss Salt and Light, they talking about well, they first said we're gonna get some snow come Sunday, honey. About 12, what is it, 12, 14 inches, something like that. Supposed to get some snow, but Miss Salt and Light, the plow trucks and been out here putting down the stuff today. Gee, y'all supposed to get 21 inches. Girl, I ain't want to claim all. Lord have mercy. I heard that in Carolinas, Miss Candy. I heard all that, the 21 over yonder in Greensboro and all that kind of stuff, Miss Candy. Not right over this part here, honey. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Not this part, honey. But they can keep all that child on like that. Snow be pretty when it's falling, but after it fall, it get all dirty and nasty looking and stuff. I'm like, ugh. You know, if you're gonna make some snow cream, you better get out there while it's falling, honey, and catch that or cause you know you wait middle of the day, child. It's gonna be it ain't gonna be worth it, child. That used to be some good old stuff too. That snow cream, honey. Ooh, Lord, that used to be good. Mm, mm, mm. What they call that? That carnation milk, child. Ooh, Lord. Mm. I tell y'all, the good old days were the good old days. These days right here, child, I don't know what's going on in these days right here. It snowed in North Florida a few days ago. Yeah, my thoughts. Did you see all the noise that Tyrone is getting out here, Miss My Thoughts? But honey, I don't know where you been. I told the good people that Lulu friend fell out here last night on the YouTube. Lulu friend fell out here on the YouTube streets. My thoughts rah for Lulu, honey. She said Lulu was a good person, and the people need to quit saying that Lulu did this, cause Lulu didn't do this stuff here, honey. Child, and they snatched the wig off my thoughts. Um, let's see. Miss Maria says it's 5 degrees in Minnesota with an expected wind chill of negative 24 degrees. What? See, that's why I don't like all that there stuff. It can wait until tomorrow. I need to go get my car serviced in the morning, early in the morning, and after then it can do whatever it will and may, honey. Whatever it want to do, let it do what it do, what it do. My thoughts are yes, that lady that been running her mouth too much. You know what they say? You gotta let them keep on talking, and they're gonna eventually something gonna slip out, honey. And then my thoughts had told me that Tyrone got hit with a sedan. I said, now wait a daggone minute. I ain't heard none of that bullshit. But you know, he's getting a lot of more traction now on my thoughts than in the beginning. It was like quiet on the set. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they having his service for him on this coming up Saturday. I don't think they're gonna let Lulu be invited though. And she just need to leave them there folk alone and go on about her business. Miss Kennedy says, are the lights still on in Minnesota? Is the light still on, honey? Child, I don't know. But yeah, that friend coming out, child, she need to shut up. She said Lulu could not turn around on that roadway. She'll lie because you can. Well, I just feel like there was somebody else in that car because Lulu got this boot on her foot. Although she can still drive, if it's on the left foot, can you drive with a boot on the right foot? I don't want, child, we don't never know who we pass on when we on the highway and what their circumstances is. But I don't know. It's just a lot of it. My thoughts, I says, since they were not there rallying and protesting and stuff for Tyrone, it seemed like it's the most lies. It's the lies, the lies. Girl, she went in on that daggone nurse and her fiance. She ain't like them either, honey. That what that friend said last night. I heard her. My thoughts are you can take a boot off to drive. Ooh. And another thing that was brought to the attention, Tyrone was a truck driver, y'all. And how do any of us know whether or not Lulu is still up under the doctor's care? Lulu could just be doing this or wearing this for sympathy and all that kind of stuff, child. We just never know. Uh Miss Maria says it can. And my brother said they have batten down the hatches and check the generators. My thought says at least the nurse was on the scene. She getting secondhand info. Yeah, they don't want to believe nothing that they had to say. Mm-mm. She said as far as that goes, the friend said that she thinks that nurse fiance is clout chasing. Said that he seen all the attention that this story was getting on the internet, and he just clicks and views. Probably gonna, I guess, create him a YouTube channel, whatever, child, and the rest is history. Um, Miss Marissa says, "In my thoughts, I did when I had one. Mm. Oh, take the boot off and drive." But yeah, it's just a lot going on with it right now. And like I was telling y'all, the people wanted attention, eyes on Lulu, eyes on somebody, eyes on something. Say his name, help get the story out there and all that kind of stuff. But it's like now people popping out of the woodworks and all these lies, and it's like to me they doing the same thing as they was doing with the Ramika case, to get people confused and all of that. So that's why I said, good thing that the authorities does not listen to the internet, and they have to do their own investigation, because if they relied on the internet, child, they be effed all up in the head, honey. They be like, which way am I going? Which way am I going? Which way do I suppose? What? They said, child, it's a lot. It really be a lot. My thoughts is, how she know what that man thinks, and she is getting clicks and views. Child, I don't know, honey. Mm. My thoughts, they said she could have been one of Lulu's sorority sisters or some, child. The case is not closed. Believe that. No, the case is not closed. Mm-mm. Nah, I don't know why she was even try to plant such mess as that in somebody's head. No, the case is far from being closed. Oh wow. Um, and now it's getting a lot of more attention, and people is calling for justice for Tyrone now. So so hopefully they did say that the police got her infinitive, so hopefully it won't be long. It'll be an arrest in this case as well. And yes, that part right there. um we're gonna talk about this little Holly case tomorrow, y'all. But before I go, I'm gonna touch bases on that. A lot of people, they done got quiet on the set. It's not about being a Holly supporter, or Ramika supporter. It's about the justice, behind all of this senseless killing and all of this unaliving and stuff going on. But for the people that thinking that little taste of Holly gonna be getting out, that little thing ain't gonna be getting out for a long time, honey. Mm-mm. Child, she is gonna be there for the rest of her life, child. I heard a phone conversation. They didn't get enough to hear jailhouse phone call. Somebody, she was talking to one of her supporters, and the lady let her know that the people was concerned about her, and she said she just wanted them to continue. She still sound so unconcerned, as if she hasn't did anything at all, y'all. It's just unbelievable for me, the way these people carry on. Hey, Miss Gail, she says, "Hey everyone, is it possible what they're saying about Pap and Remy?" Yes, ma'am. No AI. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I said this last week, Miss Gail, that I thought that they could be in cahoots together. A lot of married people do stuff like this and get the people's money, honey. Keep right on going. My thought says the cameras do catch more than tags passing. I don't know where they get that from. I don't either, honey. I don't either. But yeah, and back to Little Taste of Holly. And for the people that's thinking that she gonna have court the trial, the third, and that child, that trial is so far off, it ain't even funny, honey. It is not even funny. That thing, she could sit there what, a year or two before the trial even pop up or whatever, child. Child, just the school zone alone, she ain't getting out. Claire's believe Clarence believe it's AI. Well, Miss Gail, of course she's gonna believe it's AI, because her feelings is involved in it, and she know everybody on the internet is going to be laughing at her. So of course she's gonna come out and say that. Bless her heart. But she'll see. She better go over there and talk to, apologize to Tasha K and see what else kind of information Tasha K can give her the best I know to tell her. That part right there. But yes, as Far as that little thing, honey, she ain't getting out. She ain't gonna never get out. And she don't need to never get out. She needs to stay right there. But she's talking about she just be glad when she be getting out soon so she miss her baby. Girl, go sit down somewhere. You ain't miss your baby when you was sitting up there doing all this here plotting and planning allegedly. You ain't think about your baby then. Get out of here with that bull crap. No nobody care about that mess you talking about, honey. Mm-mm. But baby, they done got you. They done capture you. They gonna capture Lulu next. They gonna catch the Cabo Six next. Cause somebody gonna get tired of these restless nights, and they gonna want to get them some good sleep. If it mean I got to be in incarcerated or whatever, I got to tell the story. I can't hold this no more. It's weighing me down. I don't like how it's making me feel. I want this off of me. And somebody's gonna eventually get to talking, child. Y'all just wait. Somebody gonna tell the story. Somebody gonna talk, honey. Um, my thought says I looked at the vid of those roaches. Wait a minute. Aisha. And it does seem that Carlos had on a bulletproof vest. And how did Holly know what time she would drop her son off to school? Set up for sure. Jail cell for life. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what I've always said that. That's just my opinion only. This is such a high profile case, y'all. And everybody is just want to see this story through. Um, where did you hear this guy named Quadre? I was listening to his channel earlier today, and he played it where a Holly supporter was talking to her, and that's what she had said. Yeah, Quadre. He used to be Los right hand man. But he's not no more. Well, I don't know if he is or not. I can only speak for myself, but he don't, bad mouth Mika like he did when all of this stuff first happened and came out. But these are some of the most senseless people I've ever seen in my life. And to you, my thoughts, that did look like a bulletproof to me as well. I've always said that because if y'all really think about it, September the 8th, he had court October the 8th for DV, and it was said that he was going to get some time behind that, and I think he shared that with her because they said she was down with the DL stuff. She don't care about that. I'm gonna show y'all a picture tomorrow, not tonight, because my sinus is kicking in. But she was down with whatever, just down for the cause or whatever, child. And she didn't care one way or the other. So um I just always felt like it was planned. The whole situation. As soon as I heard about the story, I was like, "Oh man, that was planned. That was planned out. Nah, mm." But she get what. But shoot, they say them little folk and them young people in that girl family. That's all they do is unalive people with them bang bangs and all of that. I hope. Ooh, child, child, Quadre, who used to be Carlos's, I guess you get one of his right hand men. Child, he said, two we know, six we don't know. So there was a hit on her head, and he's saying it was eight people involved. I'm keeping my ears to his channel because he said he gonna tell the people who the people is. And he's forever throwing out his phone number. I might call him one of these nights and see what he got to say. Because when you know stuff like that and you was that close to a situation, child, you mess around and come up missing. People have asked him, "Q, you scared you gonna they gonna do something to you and all of this and all that?" He said no. He said it wasn't scary, y'all. And when I was looking at his live, it doesn't look like he's worried about anything or he's afraid of anything. But I don't know when, but I am, and I do be out listening on these YouTube streets, and I'm waiting to hear what he got to say. But yeah, y'all, he said it was a total of eight people out there that morning on September the 8th. All of this stuff was plotted and planned, and I can't wait until they lock his ass up. But you know what? Um, These people are talking RICO charges now. So yeah, he's gonna get what's coming to him. Carlos' days are numbered. Y'all better know that. If she never seen Meeks in person, he had to make sure to start fussing with Meeks so Holly could get the right person. She, my thoughts, they didn't have to do all of that. She already knew what she looked like. They done talked about it. They done planned all of this out. Why you think they said she called him 19 times Sunday night before Monday morning? Cause Los went home. He wasn't even home. And all that kind of child. Ooh, child. But yes, and it looks like, I guess whenever Holly's lawyer let her know this is a losing battle. Cause either way I turn, they got you. School zone, you shooting out there in the school zone too. Child, they said that's automatically what, 30 some years, maybe more? Child. I don't care which way this child turns. She ain't getting out. She ain't getting out. So the people can stop wishing upon a star. It just ain't gonna happen. So y'all plotted and planned. I told y'all they looked at the Lifetime movie, but then never finish it to the end. Um, My thought says my heart hurts for the children. My heart hurts for all of them. I hate to even go on Facebook because sometimes when you go over there on Facebook, that's a thing that you see her mom sitting there crying, and she says she talks to her heart, and she asks her, "Baby, can you just tell me what happened? Just tell me what happened to you." But it's just like with all the rest of us, it's in plain sight. You see a cold-hearted person standing over your daughter like he never knew her, and he dealt with her for what, 10, 11 years. You ain't trying to apply no pressure nowhere. No, man, it's all they wanted her to. My opinion only. My opinion only. Allegedly, but yeah, they wanted her to bleed out because if he didn't, he would have. He would have. She would have. All of them. They would have did everything in their power. First of all, it wouldn't have never been a shot. Second of all, let's say hypothetically speaking, it was one. You jump down there and you apply pressure. You call 911. They ain't did none of that. They ain't do none of that. Mm-mm. They wanted it to happen. I don't never, ever, ever want nobody to be jealous of me like that, or me being jealous of anybody like that to get you to that point where you just want to take somebody out. Child, these some weirdos. These some weird peoples in this world today, honey. Mm-mm. Uh, she says I feel bad for the family too, but the children. Yeah, one day these children is gonna know the story. And yeah, that is so heart touching. Her brothers, one mom took another mom out for really, in all reality, no reason at all. And like I told y'all in the beginning, all those restraining orders and stuff that girl was running around getting, she literally set herself up. That's what I see. She set herself up. I'm sure they're gonna go looking at all of that, how she was going around trying to get them restraining orders. They're gonna look and probably reaching out to see how many times she was going to the gun range and all of that. Somebody had to train that girl how to shoot that daggone pow pow and all that. But I was what was I at? I saw the Brinks guys today, and I saw the pow pow on the hip. And when you look at that hole in that gun, when I saw that, that was the first person that I thought about was Romika. Child, that ain't gonna do nothing but take you out. I was like, ooh, child, whew. She didn't have a chance, y'all. And then he talking about it went too far. It didn't supposed to go that far and all of that. Yeah, it went as far as you wanted it to go because you could have stopped it all. You could have did a whole lot. And it's just a matter of time. They're gonna get him. When they get him, he too would never be getting out either. He gonna be sitting right there old and gray. He's aging. He's aging really, really, really fast. Right about now since September the 8th, and since I was seeing him coming out on the internet, he had the audacity. I don't know what I said. to say, everybody making their thumbnails. Romika Meeks, Harley, and Carlos. Harley, Carlos, Romika. Dude, what you thought? It's a story. The people want to talk about it. Really? You thought it was gonna go away? You stupid. Child, we're gonna talk about this tomorrow. My thoughts is stupid. Get a restraining order and take yourself to the person. Short bus ride for sure. Child, my thoughts. I think the people are still playing with her head, but I haven't heard anybody on the YouTube street saying whether or not if he's visiting her on the weekends. Because even if he is visiting her on the weekend, it wouldn't be wise to have a conversation, like they used to could have a conversation. Because, I'm sure they're going to know where they're going to seat her whenever he comes to visit, and they're going to be already wired up and ready for that conversation. Sonia Nesto type situation. But, they're going to be waiting. Not that they need for either one of them to slip up on anything because, they got us a plenty, honey. It's just a matter of time. But they can't hold a conversation like they're holding it. So for some reason, I really think that he told her when it happened, allegedly, in my opinion only, whenever this go down, they're gonna probably take you down for questioning, then they're gonna release you, and that's it, that's all. That is what happened. That did happen. They picked her up, took her down for questioning, they released her. And she thought she had got away, y'all. 87 days went by. 87 days. And yes, a buddy. Y'all know the popo knock on the door. That's the popo ho. That popo knock on the door, she was like, hell, what now? Child, when they slapped them their charges, honey. Ooh, child. Baby, I don't know why the people playing with you, honey. You ain't just finna get up out of there, honey. Mm-mm. No way. Mm-mm. That's not gonna happen. Never, ever, ever, ever. My thought says, is it me or does it seem that all these for my man chicks have the same crazy look in their eyes? Yep. Mm-hmm. Miss Candy says he probably wanted Holly to fight her, and maybe the powing went too far. Well, I think Miss Candy. I think as for me, and with the stuff that's allegedly, y'all, being said that Ramika came across in his phone and perhaps saw him in action, that pissed them off. A lot of them brothers that's like that, they will get so angry that they will take you completely out of here. I think it was all plotted and planned. Let's think about why she riding down the road with a loaded what is a Glock 9, is they saying? Why you riding down the road with a loaded gun if you weren't prepared for action that on that particular day? So no, it was planned to me. She didn't even have to put nothing in it. It was ready. When I say on ready, it was on ready. So they knew what they was doing. They done talked about it. Um, and like I said, I'm just sitting around listening, waiting on Quadre to pop up out of here and finish telling us about the other people that was involved. Child. The way he talked, it's gonna be a lot of people going to behind the clinkers behind this. But as for me, I feel in my heart that there was a hit on her head, and no matter where she went, she was not going to be able to escape it. Y'all know, like kind of like the gang initiation or whatever. Um, but I don't think that this is what it was. I think it was more dealing with him, and then him, and then having to go to court with her on October the 8th, and possibly not walking back out and all of that. So you had to get rid of her. Yep. But then when he came to the internet, he wanted people to think that it was the worst day of his life. They snatched him bald, child. They snatched all the dreads out his head. He had to go buy another wig. But they snatched him bald and drug him for filth and all of that kind of stuff. But he never stopped. He never missed a beat. He didn't care. Show no remorse at all. Nothing. Just empty. And I know that hurts her mom a lot. to see the person that sat at my table, ate my food. I thought he loved my daughter, and that's what she sees. Because when it first happened, they said the people were sending them, the family, the video of her out there on the ground and all that blood and stuff, and that's what she sees. The mom sees that a lot, and see him just standing over her, not helping her at all, at all, y'all. That was a lot for me. I could only imagine how Miss Tina feels and that baby, but they didn't put no consideration in it. They didn't care about the kids, the families, the money that was going to have to be spent to try to get her out. They I guess they forgot all about that. I told y'all, watching a Lifetime movie and never watch it to the end. Premeditated. Let's see. If he did plan this, he does not love his son with her. Knox don't love nobody, Miss Candy. I've dealt with a knot. I've seen a knot in action, but this is a different. This is a real knot. This knot don't feel nothing. Knots don't care nothing about nobody. Nah, they looking for that energy and all of that. Nah, he don't care. Mm-mm. And then some people were saying across the YouTube street, he was planning on getting money off that little boy. She worked. He would get a check monthly for him, um, if he would have got custody. But in a situation like that, he probably had his family member, or somebody. He'd be getting the check, and they'd be watching, keeping the baby child. Um, my thoughts is, oh my God, why would they send that to the mom? When it first happened, my thoughts, they did send that video to her, and her one of her sisters had to come out, and she was crying, and she was begging them to please stop, stop, stop sending that video to them, to the mom. Yeah, they saw it all. They saw it all. He's a malignant narcissist. Yes. Miss Maria says, Candy, who brings a pow to a fist fight though? That part, that part. But yeah, I think she was that my man bullshiggity, and um her little boy, Ramika's son, was 6 when it happened. He turned 7. I think it was sometime in toward the end of September, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but they didn't care about none of those people. They didn't consider nobody. And that little Holly, she just like him. They one and the same. Miss Saint says, I heard Carlos posted a video with him and his son, and you can see Ramika. Mm. Miss Candy says, Sally Maria, a lot of people do. He just posting that picture because he wants some sympathy. He wants the people on the YouTube streets to rah for him, like they hollering for justice for Meeks. And he's still angry at her and she's in the grave, if that makes sense to y'all, because she's still getting the spotlight. I'll say she's still getting more shine. People rallying around, crying out for justice for her. He don't like that stuff, y'all. He mad as a mofo behind that bullshit. He told the people, y'all need to show some justice over there for him. Child, he's a mess, child. But Quadre has dropped off of his team. Quadre said he saw the light. And he did say some mean, ugly stuff when it first happened. And y'all remember whenever Martell used to put out the reactive videos? Well, that's what Carlos had Quadre doing, putting out the reactive videos. Not the videos that led you there, but wanted to destroy her character, making it look like she's unhinged and angry all the time. She's reacting to something you've done. Same thing Martell was doing, cut, clip, cut, clip, and all that. trying to make, the queen of reality look bad. But it backfired as well. And Quadre came out and said, that's what had happened. He Carlos and Holly was sending him videos to put out to make her look bad. And I guess the light bulb came on. And he's just been out here telling stuff, but child, I'm just still waiting to see who the other people is, child. Child, when I tell y'all by the time we get to the end of this story, we all probably gonna be exhausted and we're gonna be like, whoa, what? Yes, it's gonna be that type ending with this story. My thought says if they take Holly's children from her, now they would not remember her, but Meek's son would never forget his mom. Absolutely not. That I already said it too. My thoughts that little boy Holly. I wonder why that baby didn't wake up when she was pow and he was in the car. John, that baby was not that. You hear a noise, you gonna wake up 9 times out of 10. 6 month old gonna start crying. They said that baby ain't did nothing, y'all. Child, did they get that baby some time? No. I'm just asking. Allegedly. My thought says that Sonya, yes, he did. A sorry ass, not even a 1/4 of a man. Bald headed bat. I was just thinking about, I wonder what crimes Hotel is up to. Is he still stalking? Probably so, Miss Candy. I hate it really, really bad whenever he gets quiet because we, the people, have seen him in action and we know he's always up to something. And it's almost 6 years with this, with they divorce, y'all, but he's still angry too because Mel got away. They don't like for you to get away. They like to ghost you, but he got ghost. Just like with Ramika. Ramika was moving on. She had another, significant other and all of that. And Carlos didn't like it. And her and the man that went on a vacation, he gonna call the man talking about telling Ramika if they need anything to let him know they're gonna say, dude, go get a job. Can you go get a job? All of that crazy mess, child. Oh Lord, no, they don't like for you to ghost them. But yeah, I hate that somebody like a Martell, Carlos, and the list goes on, like they don't know how to just move on. First of all, let me go back over here to Carlos. You out here trying to play these two women. You gonna go and get Holly pregnant. They said Ramika didn't find out about it until the baby shower or something. After Holly had the baby, they said that fool Carlos was gonna call Romika FaceTime talking about, do he look like me? Man, I wish see, they think they can go out there and do whatever they want to do. And you supposed to be just fine with it. Dude, go on about your business. Go. God, no. Mm-mm. Child, these fools, they crazy, y'all. Mm-mm. My thought says if Tell has not understood that she is gone by now, he will never learn. Move on, my boy, and love the one you with. Um, he can't do that, my thoughts. He's missing the perks. He don't have the perks that he had. He likely got Holly pregnant like Hotel did AC. Yep. Spite. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. But even though with AC, it took her a minute because she thought she was that B, but it took her a minute. But she realized that where Martell heart was, and it won't with her. But like we said, you said, Mel was gone and she was done. She don't care nothing about that bullshit. Child, she ain't, girl, please. Mm-mm, she don't want him. She don't want him, honey. I ain't feeling nothing. Emptiness when it comes to him. But I just wish he could just clock some sense in his head and go on about your business. He said the girl was the whole entire restaurant. Did that restaurant close down or something, y'all? They changed the menu. They don't sell sweet potato souffle no more. I mean, what they got out there now? Just hot dogs, coleslaw, chili, ketchup, and mustard. That restaurant went from steak, lobster, and all of that down there to the just a hot dog with coleslaw. Child, I did used to like a little onion on my hot dog. And you get them right hot dogs down in the Carolina, honey, them best hot dogs down there. But yeah, ain't nothing like a good old hot dog. Coleslaw, child. Mm. Ooh, child. Even Clarence is trying to get her baby out of pap. Child, she better go somewhere and sit down and leave that alone. Miss Candy says being with people like Hotel is like sleeping with danger. Absolutely, Miss Candy. Thank God for the shield that He put up over Mel and them babies, child. Thank God for it, child. I know them children thought they would never, ever, 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 ever see or catch a break from Martell. Just never. Ooh, you created all of this and you got that girl pregnant and you try to force that little boy down everybody's throat. See, I'm still pissed off behind that. I'm real pissed off for real too. I ain't playing. I'm pissed off how he forced that little boy down them kids' throat like that. Bald headed mofo. Oh, I can't. Oh, Lord. I don't like that. Now I was really mad for real. It wasn't no play. Cause he shouldn't have did that. This your little brother. Yeah, your brother. What? You give him a hug. He don't belong to us. He want everybody to pay for his mistake. I can't stand it. Mm-mm. But it ain't over for him. The health department closed it down. The health department closed what down, Miss Salt Light. Candy says he became a real life monster. Yes, in the flesh. Didn't care who saw him. That is something else, right? Keep your side piece and side baby over there. Absolutely. Man, I was really mad, y'all. I ain't joking when he made them kids uh deal with that little boy and made those kids be around coleslaw. The number one thing that he knew that Mel wouldn't didn't like. Girl, see they ain't got no sense. He couldn't go figure out how to get his builder's license, but he could always figure out how to do something evil. He's psycho when the side baby has the same initials as the marital key. Child, but does it really matter? And then she wanna force herself in like, oh, my son is famous too. Oh, my son famous too. Oh, my son this. Oh, my son that. Oh, yeah, those are his brothers and sisters. His brother, his sisters. Girl, go sit down somewhere, forced herself off on them people. Ooh, child, I was really mad behind all that stuff, child. Them people went too far for me. My thoughts is that Candy real crazy. Yeah, real, just plain out real crazy for no daggone reason, y'all. Now that was all of that stuff was just too much, but it was only God's grace that kept Mel because that all dealing with all of that stuff, y'all, in and out of court, trying to be there for your kids, trying to stay strong, trying to run your businesses. Child, ain't no, it's a wonder she didn't lose her mind, honey. Thank God for the people that was praying for her. Child, just thank God for the team that she had around her that was able to Law's restaurant. Thank God for the people that was able to pick her up when she felt down. Slaw's restaurant. Ooh, child, they didn't shut it down, did it? But yeah, because she's human, and she did have days. And I told y'all when you deal with a knock, we did see some physical, but that verbal is no joke. And even when she was having good days, she was just still crying because of things that he said to her and the names that he called her. That stuff replays in your mind and your head. So ooh, child, that's a story. That's a book right there, child. Mm. My thoughts is something like, say what now? Call the health department. Slaw, she was talking about Cold Slaw restaurant is shut down. Cold Slaw restaurant, because I said, they said that's what Carlos said. Carlos King said that coleslaw was the whole entire restaurant. And I asked the question, well, where was the restaurant at now? What, they not serving the steak, the potatoes, and the lobster and all of that? What they got up there? Just some hot dogs and coleslaw. And Miss Sunlight said, then shut it down, honey. The health department shut them down, child. I cannot. Child. But yeah, all of that, people just, I don't, uh, Mm. Y'all remember whenever Mel used to cover, that's the word, is cover. As soon as she stopped covering, y'all saw how that cockroach ran? Did y'all see how that roach ran when Mel shut him down? That's all it took. That's all it took, y'all. He would have been stopped. That's all it took for her to just put him out there on blast. Because he's such a good father. Shut him down. He went and crawled up on the rock real fast. Ain't heard a word one out of him. When I tell y'all good people, he was quiet on the set. He was quiet on the set, honey. Mm, gotcha. I had walked away. Candy said nowadays God's rap is child is very swift, honey. Mm-hmm. Sure is. Who knows, y'all? I don't know. I ain't never seen nobody escape jail like that Martell Hope child. I ain't never seen it be in my life, child. He would be so close. He would be right there at it. Slide right on through, child. And that child, I ain't never seen it. But it is what it is. Thank God. She's not completely free and still probably, just for safety precautions for herself. She can't slip. Um, I hope, pray to God, that she never, ever, 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 ever have to use a bang bang on that food. But he just really need to go on somewhere. He really do, for real. He made his choice. He made his decision, and it is what it is. So, is he a good father to my boy June? Why he not online telling the people that good father means now? The gig is up. It's over now. It ain't funny no more. The people know too much, and the people synced the receipts. How he supposed to debunk that, my thought? How he supposed to debunk the receipts of his behavior? Oh, woman beater? Allegedly. I say allegedly, but we synced the proof. Bald headed, nappy headed rascal. But child, anyway, I'm about to get up off here, child, because y'all know y'all can hear my sinus kicking in, honey. It's kicking in. We'll be back on tomorrow. Tomorrow. But anyway, he can never not he can never, honey. But yeah, so prayers up, I just wish that, Ramika would have been able to get away and just go on and live her life and be the nurse that she wanted to be, to do better for her and her son. That mofo child, that ugly monkey didn't even want that. Didn't even want her to have better. He said in one of his lives he was on when it first happened, he wanted her to need. Y'all heard what I said. He wanted her to need him. He would make himself available for the little boy. He didn't even want his sister to watch the little boy because he wanted her to call him. He and need him. Oh, I can't stand on people like that. Um, thanks, my thoughts. Miss Maria says that thanks for dropping in on the live. We hope y'all were entertained. Until the next time, wishing y'all love, peace, and hair grease. Enjoy your evening. Stay safe, everyone. You too, Miss Sonia. Let's see. Maria says my thoughts. He ain't even a good father to my boy Junior. He ain't even a good father to nothing. Ugly child. One of these days, we're gonna sit around, and see, can we calculate up all these here cheering allegedly he's got out here, honey. No. No, them mothers, they got away. They don't want to have nothing to do with that bastard. But anyway, I love y'all. Y'all have a good one. I'm gone. Bye.